Oh, it's recording. Sorry. I'm just sitting here eating popcorn. Just kidding. I thought it would be kind of fun if we still did Poppin poetry. It's not an assignment. But if you're interested, you can go to Canvas. And then I just made its own page. It's called Poppin Poetry. Ta-da! There it is. Again, it's not an assignment. It's just if you've enjoyed it in class, you want to maybe listen to some poetry, or I'll post just poems themselves. You don't always have to watch a video of me eating popcorn. But if you want to, sit down and listen to my video and eat some popcorn yourself. Might be kind of fun. Anyway, so I will post this video obviously when I'm done. But yeah, if you want to do that, or if you want to give me suggestions of poems that I should post, that's fine. Today, for this video, I decided to go with Billy Collins, just because I really like him as a poet. He's the one that did Introduction to Poetry that we read in class. He also did one that we watched a video for Poetry Out Loud called Forgetfulness. And he has a lot of stuff. So, I picked a couple of his that I want to do for today. The first one I want to do is called marginalia, which is a fancy word for annotation. Same idea. So this one's called marginalia. Sometimes the notes are ferocious, skirmishes against the author raging along the borders of every page in tiny black script. If I could just get my hands on you, Kierkegaard or Connor Cruise O'Brien, they seem to say, I would bolt the door and beat some logic into your head. Other comments are more offhand, dismissive, nonsense, please, ha, that kind of thing. I remember once looking up for my reading, my thumb as a bookmark, trying to imagine what the person must look like who wrote, Don't be a ninny, alongside a paragraph in The Life of Emily Dickinson. Students are more modest, needing to leave only their splayed footprints along the shore of the page. One scrawls, metaphor, next to a stanza of Eliot's. Another notes the presence of irony 50 times outside the paragraphs of A Modest Proposal. Or there are fans who cheer from the empty bleachers, hands cupped around their mouths. Absolutely, they shout, to Duns Scotus and James Baldwin. So yeah, if you want, I'll figure out a way that you can comment, but I liked that one. I thought it was kind of fun just because it goes through the different types of people who leave marginalia. I am definitely that first stanza. I write a lot in my books, and I love writing a lot in my books. Alright. This one's called The Genius. The genius is standing at a stove in a bathrobe, stirring a pot of soup with a long wooden spoon. Earlier last afternoon, he was busy in the margins of a heavy book, and tonight he will take a walk in the garden of calculus. But now there's only the vegetable soup, the circling of the spoon, the easy rotation at the wrist, and the aroma of onion and rosemary, the kind of moment where a brainstorm is very likely to roll in. Not when you are concentrating under a lamp in your study, but when you are in the woods lifting a stone onto a wall, or washing a glass in the sink. You look up and see the cloud in the window, and then there is only you, the wet glass, and that cloud, which is slowly taking the shape of an astonishing idea. Oh, I guess I should snap afterwards. You can snap if you want. Need a little bit more popcorn. And the last one, it's a little bit longer. It's called Books. From the heart of this dark, evacuated campus, I can hear the library humming in the night, an immense choir of authors muttering inside their books along the unlit alphabetical shelves. Giovanni Patano next to Pope, Dumas next to his son, each one stitched into his own private coat, together forming a low, gigantic chord of language. I picture a figure in the act of reading, shoes on a desk, head tilted into the wind of a book, a man in two worlds, holding the rope of his tie as the suicide of lovers saturates a page, or lighting a cigarette in the middle of a theorem. He moves from paragraph to paragraph as if touring a house of endless paneled rooms. I hear the voice of my mother reading to me from a chair facing the bed, books about horses and dogs, and inside her voice lie other distant sounds, The horrors of a stable blaze in the night, a bark that is moving toward the brink of speech. I watch myself building the bookshelves in college, walls within walls, as rain soaks New England, or standing in a bookstore in a trench coat. I see all of us reading ourselves away from ourselves, straining in circles of light to find more light, until the line of words becomes a trail of crumbs that we follow across a page of fresh snow. When evening is shadowing the forest, small brown birds flutter down to consume them, and we have to listen hard to hear the voices of the boy and his sister receding into the perilous woods. I liked that one. I'd read it before, obviously, but I like that one. But that's what I like about Billy Collins. He just, it's these really, really relatable analogies. So, you can see I'm on this website called Poetry Foundation. You can search for a topic. So when we did the spring poetry, I just put spring poems. You can search for a topic. You can search by poet. So I obviously searched by Billy Collins this time. But yeah, so if you're interested in more poetry, there's that. If you're just interested in popcorn, sorry, I'm not sharing. But hopefully you can get some. I hear the stores are doing a little bit better as far as hoarding and things like that are going. So maybe you can get some popcorn and you can read some poems. If you have some that you think I should read, that would be enlightening, or ones you want me to do a video on, just, yeah, email me, make a comment on the page or something like that, and yeah, we'll go for it. Anyway, have a good day. Hopefully things are going well as you pick your independent reading, and yeah, we'll talk to you later.